Our Facebook page there, we of course live stream there. We chat with you during the hour, and during the commercial breaks, it's just us.
And again, so Maddie's off today, so they allowed me to come back and play with you guys.
Nice.
I'm excited about that. This is always my favorite time of the day, the 4 to 5.
Do we get another song today?
Nope, heck no.
Absolutely not.
I didn't get a lot of rave reviews the last time, so this is where it ends. All right, well, we begin with some surprising news on the vaccine front. As more people get vaccinated, more places are offering doses without requiring an appointment. North Carolina A&T had offered them by appointment only since February, but now the clinic is offering walk-ins. WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey went to campus to learn more about the program's future.
The university would like to be able to participate with the Cone Health System and the health department to vaccinate all of Greensboro if at all possible.
Dr. Robert Doolittle is the medical director for the Student Health Center on campus at North Carolina A&T in Greensboro. Although vaccination appointments slowed down, he's hopeful the walk-in clinic will continue to be an option the community turns to.
We're going to try to offer both and honor the appointment schedule, but continue to ask people to come.
Travis Allman is the emergency management director for the university. He says they started taking walk-ins to get as many people their first dose of the vaccine as possible.
So the goal for us is to do as many vaccines as we can. We have about 800 doses available that we have for today. So our goal is to do as close to that as possible.
Jessica Vincent is a junior psychology student at A&T. She was one of the many who took advantage of the walk-in clinic.
So honestly, I was a little nervous and hesitant, but it's my family. I have a 92-year-old grandmother and my mother as well. They got vaccinated, so I thought it was only right to get the vaccine with them so we can do it together as a family.
Well, North Carolina A&T State University is offering appointments to get a vaccine every Tuesday and Thursday. Walk-ins will be available as long as all the appointments haven't been filled. I will attach a link to their appointment website in this web story on WFMYnews2.com.
Thank you, Jalen. Navant Health is also accepting walk-ins for pop-up vaccination events. The next one is Saturday at Winston-Salem State University. Just walk up between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. If you still wish to schedule an appointment, you can do so online.
The cruise ship industry is hoping for a summer sail date after a year of docked ships. Cruising will come with new rules like temperature checks and negative COVID-19 tests. The CDC also recommends all passengers and crew get vaccines before boarding. Some companies are taking it a step further. Royal Caribbean and Norwegian say they will require all passengers and crew to be vaccinated.
All the cruise lines are working towards the best protocols. That includes new ways of circulating air, new filtration. It includes cleanliness. It includes testing.
Companies say they'll test passengers before, during, and after trips. They'll also use contact tracing technology called tracelets, which will allow them to track infections if there are any.
The CDC says a more infectious COVID variant first identified in the UK is now the most common strain here in the United States. The rate of new cases remains steady at about 64,000 per day, with more cases being seen in children and teenagers.
What we're seeing now is a dramatic rise, particularly younger individuals, kind of 12 to 19 years of age, are becoming more and more infected.
Nearly half of U.S. adults have received 1 or 2 doses of the vaccine, and many states and Washington, D.C. are expanding eligibility, coinciding with President Biden's April 19th deadline. Beginning today, Georgia is lifting its remaining restrictions, and Disney World will now allow guests to remove their masks for outdoor photos.
I want to show you an interesting trend in one of our coronavirus metrics. This is the state's data for percent positive, or the percentage of tests coming back positive. The latest number is the best that we have seen in about a week, 5.1%. Notice how most of our last 7 weeks have bounced around, mostly between 4 and 7%. Now watch when I compare the state's data to Guilford County's. The county data is the orange line here. Notice how Guilford's numbers spike much higher than the state's. Several weeks ago, they tended to crisscross in this area here, but you'll notice that since the beginning of March, they haven't crossed at all. The county's numbers have consistently been higher than the state's. It's not clear why this is happening, but I'm keeping my eye on it.
Well, let's get to your 4 to 5 roundup. Authorities in South Carolina are trying to figure out what led to a former NFL player to allegedly kill a prominent doctor, his wife, 2 grandchildren, and another man. before turning the gun on himself. Police say 33-year-old Philip Adams carried out the mass shooting at the Rock Hill home of a 70-year-old Dr. Robert Leslie yesterday. Leslie lived near Adams' parents and once treated the football player. A sixth person was shot multiple times but survived. Winston-Salem police are searching for the suspects in another drive-by shooting. It happened this morning after the victim went to the hospital with multiple gunshot wounds. After investigating, police found the shooting happened just after midnight on 3rd Street. Several buildings in the area were damaged, but no one else was hurt. If you know anything, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. U.S. Senator Tom Tillis says he is doing well after undergoing surgery for prostate cancer. He also thanked the doctors and nurses who provided him with outstanding care, and he said he looks forward to returning to the Senate soon. Tillis revealed his cancer diagnosis in late March. He said he expects to make a full recovery. And don't be alarmed if you see some smoke at PTI Airport tomorrow. Crews are conducting an emergency disaster exercise. It's meant to prepare crews for real-life emergency situations and airport and reinforcement tactics used for firefighting, rescue, and security operations. The training will cause some traffic around the airport for about 3 hours or so. It starts at 9 a.m. and should be over by noon.
All right, let's talk about our forecast. Can you imagine waiting for the plane and you didn't know they were doing that exercise? You see smoke. It's just a drill, just a drill. All right, here's what we see in Greensboro. 79 degrees. Yeah, that's when I would get in the car and go home. 79 in Winston-Salem, Greensboro, and High Point. Asheboro, you're at 79 as well, and 80 in Lexington, Walnut Cove at 78. No arguments with these temperatures. Pretty good. Clouds are starting to build in a little bit, though. So when you look at this, we'll say mostly cloudy as we head into the overnight. Maybe a couple of breaks late, more toward tomorrow morning, but we go down to the lower 70s by 9. We're thinking between 9 and 10 we'll go into the 60s and eventually probably seeing some upper 50s out there for overnight lows. Now temperatures are going to start trending down really over the next several days. Got a little bit of rain, some of this not making it to the ground yet, but don't be surprised. About a 20 to 30% chance of an isolated shower or two. More awaits us. This is a big complex. You can see how the center of low pressure is well to the north here, and as this kind of broken cold front, which means it's sort of falling apart, as that moves across, we still have enough instability and enough warmth in the afternoons that it's really more of a summertime situation where we get those pop-up scattered showers or storms. So not a washout, but that's probably for Friday and for Saturday if you're trying to figure things out. This is a second front that you can see moving in. If you look at the timestamp up here, this is 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. So until we can get this out, which hopefully will happen Sunday morning, we'll see a chance of a shower or two for the next 2 days, it looks like. After that, smooth sailing. Here's that 7-day forecast. The rain chance is going up to about a 40 to 50% chance. That's for Friday and Saturday. High temperatures are trending down. 79 tomorrow, 77 and 76 for your weekend. That scattered shower on Sunday is probably a morning shower, at least first half of the day, then we'll clear out. And we're sunny to partly cloudy Monday, Tuesday, mid-70s, going 70 on Wednesday, only a slight 20% for Wednesday and Thursday. Coolest day of the week is Thursday, and that's 68. Sounds cold, doesn't it? But that's actually our normal high for this time of the year. We're coming back. Weather, but we don't use that. So, hello Facebook. Are we on? Are we on? Check, check. 1, 2.
Is Max 3 just like
that is?
Situation?
It's another computer just like the other two. I'm giving Chad weather computer lessons over here. Yes, that's the third weather computer.
I'm just learning all about computers today.
That's right. Lauren and I had a computer lesson earlier, didn't we, Lauren?
We did.
We learned how to record the screen on your computer if you need that for anything.
And I'm gonna be honest, Eric taught me that too.
a pretty cool thing.
Look at
Yeah.
you, just out here.
Teaching the young people.
Yeah. I was gonna say it, but go ahead, Lauren.
Look, I'm the only person my age that's as big a tech geek, that's for sure. My wife is younger than me, and she's about 80 when it comes to technology. She will tell you to your face that she doesn't get it, doesn't understand it.
I hope she's not on the live stream, Eric.
It's okay. I said as far as she's younger than me, so she has that on me all the time. I have to pick on her about something.
Hey, you got to choose those battles wisely.
At least she's not like my dad, who used to ask me, "What are you talking about when you say Windows?" You know, we can almost smell that summer vacation, can't you? Now, maybe you're not quite ready for a big travel destination just yet. That's okay. If that's the case, here's one that's close to home with a twist of history involved. I spoke with Marquita Kiefer of Visit WinstonSalem.com to get the latest. Marquita, everybody looking for a break, and now, I mean, it's almost like we're breathing this collective sigh of relief that things are starting to relax a little bit, and that means good news for local getaway packages. Tell me what's up.
Absolutely. We call it weight lifted, spirits lifted. We're moving in the right direction, and we're very excited. One of the ones that's coming up that unfortunately, because of the pandemic last year, we weren't able to have is the getaway at the historic Brookstown Inn and River Run Film Festival. And we're so excited about that. May 6th through May 16th. It's just a great getaway. We call it dinner movie and an overnight getaway, whether it's a staycation or a getaway with friends from all parts of North Carolina and beyond. I mean, you got dinner, movie, overnight, shopping, eating. It's amazing. So I can't think of anything better.
I mean, that's pretty much everything. You just listed everything I want to do every weekend. Just real quick,
Every
let's
day.
talk briefly about just the overall feeling. Now you guys are starting to see that things are opening up a bit, and it must be a good feeling.
It really is. I mean, so many and all of us have just really had a tough go of it, especially, the tourism and hospitality industry, of course, and everybody involved. So it's a time to celebrate safely, of course. And again, we're really looking forward to just getting back to some sense of normalcy and being able to safely have fun events like River Run and get out to the different hotels who've just done an amazing job of really trying to get everybody back safely, making them feel comfortable. Again, it is a weight lifted off of our shoulders that we're moving in the right direction, and we're so thankful for that in so many levels.
Well, thank you for taking time. This sounds wonderful, and I'm sure more to come. Thank you so much. So it's a way to get away without spending a ton of money. You stay kind of local. I was just telling Chad during the break and Lauren that sometimes my wife and I'll go stay at a hotel locally and just get a sitter for the night, just so we have one night. You feel like you're on vacation, but you're not that far from home.
Yeah, I love doing that. I love a great staycation, and for me, everything new here is new to me, so to be able to just get away, get a nice hotel, and this one has a twist, you get to learn a little bit, so I think that's pretty cool.
And I have to admit, I honestly don't really like a staycation, but I think I thought about it again while I was thinking about it. And if I've got people visiting, that's always a great time to do a staycation. My parents are coming to visit next weekend. I'm going to take them out and show them some different things. And so that's the kind of way that I would do a staycation.
This is the way we can get Jalen out of the house.
The only way you're gonna get Jalen out the house. But Chad, I really do like that idea. It's a great concept. Got to get my parents back out this way, maybe show them around a little bit more, and show them some of the finer things that our area has to offer. And if you can't tell, also stole your fashion style as well. So
Well, while you're doing that, I stole Eric's fashion style. I have a pocket
we're just
square
all
today.
over the place
so
today.
we were learning how to fold pocket squares during the commercial break. Yes,
Yes.
Very nice. Thank you, Jalen. All right, if you want more information on that, it'll be up in a little bit on our website, WFMYnews2.com, and we're coming back.
Nice vest, Jalen. Look
Yes,
good.
look at him styling.
Looking sharp.
This thing's
But
been
you got
fitting
to
me for 4 years.
button that coat though.
No, this actually, it feels great today. Yesterday was like a sauna, but today is nice. Breeze coming in. Is it really? Or is it just me? Where's our little bird? I want to see if he's around.
That's exactly what I was about to ask you,
Let me
Eric.
go look. You
Is your
can't
best,
see it from there.
Little birdie.
Is your pigeon best friend out there?
Let me see. I got to be quiet because I'm approaching the nest. I don't want to get attacked. Yep, sitting right up there. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this.
You might want to take a couple steps back.
Looks like there's,
You got a net?
there's a bug
The
on it.
cutest thing.
You see it?
Don't you
I ain't
love
touching no
nature,
bugs.
Eric?
Like a fly or something.
Oh, well, I guess he can't hear me. I'm just
What
talking
did you
to
say?
myself.
Our
Eric.
producer was talking to me. What?
There's a Life comes with so many blessings, but you know, it also comes with some scars.
Right, today on U Day, Coach Lamont shares his scars and how he was able to cope and grow.
Black male, not good enough, sexually molested, poor, no father, alienated self, rejected self, multiple suicide attempts, depression, feeling unworthy, feeling broken, feeling used, finding excuses to destroy yourself. This is how I marked myself. These were the strikes that were against me. But every day I said to myself, enough was enough. It was enough to get out of the bed. It was enough to keep living, enough to keep dreaming, enough to keep going after anything so that I could become successful. It's not always easy. We don't always have the road that we want, but we have to remove the marks to get on track to get the life we want.
Coach Lamont shares his wisdom every day on the 4 to 5. Tomorrow, forgiving others for the mistakes they've made toward us. If you have any questions for him, reach out to Coach Lamont on social media.
Well, we're looking at pretty comfortable temperatures. I can tell you firsthand, standing out here, we got a little light breeze going on. That's because that front will start to get closer to us, so the winds pick up a bit, but it feels great. I mean, these readings are comfortable, upper 70s to low 80s, really all in central North Carolina, just depending on where you live. But that's what we'll deal with just for now, but we'll watch the temperatures trend down a degree or two each day, and then maybe some bigger drops as we get into the middle of next week, it looks like. Overall, with the temperature profile kind of going a little bit cooler, we're not arguing with that. But with that comes a chance of rain. So mostly cloudy, 57 tonight. Rain chance moves in. We've got about a 40 to 50% chance on Friday, Saturday. But what I want you to remember, you have to think about a summertime pattern. That doesn't mean a washout for those days. That means a scattered late day pop-up shower or storm. So think about that summer pattern that we get into. We're just having a little taste of it early, but mostly cloudy tomorrow. Again, that late day shower or thunderstorm when you're up to 79 degrees, that is a possibility. Some of the rain now starting to move through the area, but it's very, very light. Again, maybe some of this not even reaching the ground yet, but we will see that. In the bigger picture here, you can see that's the frontal boundary that works its way in the next 12 hours or less, and it brings that 40 or 50% chance of rain for Friday, Saturday. Highs go down to 77 Saturday, 76 Sunday, maybe a leftover morning shower. Sunday, to me, ends up being a nice day. Mid-70s Monday, Tuesday, sunny to partly cloudy. Wednesday, Thursday, partly cloudy, only a 20% chance. Highs back to normal by Thursday at 68. Okay, walking back in. I've got pictures of said bird, which I need to post on Facebook immediately. It's the cutest thing. Tim Buckley said, he's my friend. So the bird is Tim's friend.
Oh, wow.
I will post
really?
that on Facebook right now. Yeah,
Let's
it
see
really
it.
is cute. You want to see?
Can I get a preview?
So there's, from a little bit of a distance,
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
it's Tim Buckley.
cutest little thing.
What kind of bird is that?
Look at that. It's a dove, I think. Tim said it was a mourning dove. I don't know. Okay, wait. I can do that, can't I? I don't know if you'll be able to see it from there. Hold on. Let me see if I can hold that up. I may have to go up to another camera. You can't see that, can you? Is that as tight as you can get? Here, let's go. Where am I? Which one is that? Here.
From tech guru to tech dinosaur
Let's see.
in 2 minutes and
Well,
30
you got
seconds.
4 cameras staring at you. There it is. Look at that cute little thing. Look at him. Right there. And that's the nest. And that is in like the shed part just beside the weather garden. Like that. That's where he or she is living. Now, what I asked somebody, Tim, the other day, I said, are there 2? Because if one is nesting and there's eggs up there, I don't want to get too close to mom. Jalen, I'll send you out there to investigate.
Jalen doesn't really do nature, so sorry.
Jalen and nature.
It's not a great pairing.
Zoom out, Brad, just a little bit. Let me see where you are. Yeah, to the left, but it's on the other side of that beam that you're at the top of that picture. You go up. Yeah, you lose it when you zoom in a little bit, but it's that beam, and so that's how close it is to us where we stand. But it will fly down and walk around the weather garden, and it doesn't care that we're here. I guess it's so used to us being there, it walks within about 3 feet of us.
Note to Jalen, no more weather garden.
All right, Facebook, we'll be back. You know, springtime in North Carolina, pretty perfect. Well, minus the pollen, but it does feel so good when you see the triad in bloom.
And it's great. I love looking at this video. But before you dust off your vases and trim up fresh bouquets, WFMY News 2's Megan Malaris verifies whether a popular spring flower can actually hurt our pets.
It's time to verify. With the Easter holiday behind us, spring has sprung and the triad is coming alive in full bloom. But could the season's beautiful buds be harming our beloved pets? Take a closer look at this post Richard Swift shared with me a while back, knowing I have a cat. It reads, Easter lilies kill kitties. Eating less than 1 leaf or flower can cause kidney failure. Yikes, that's quite a claim. Is it true? If so, is it true for dogs too? My sources for this are the Pet Poison Helpline and the ASPCA. Here's the deal. Our sources conclude Easter lilies are highly toxic to cats. The Pet Poison Helpline concludes just 1 to 2 leaves can kill a cat. Small ingestions and even the pollen groomed off the fur can cause severe kidney failure. Symptoms usually develop within 6 to 12 hours and include vomiting, lethargy, and dehydration. There's no antidote for lily poisoning, so you must bring your cat to the vet immediately for other intervention. What about dogs? The ASPCA explains the Easter lily is not toxic to dogs or horses, but the Pet Poison Helpline said if dogs ingest a large amount of the flower, they can have some gastrointestinal discomfort. In conclusion, it is true, Easter lilies can kill cats, but they are not poisonous to dogs. As for other types of lilies, the peace, Peruvian, and calla lilies are mildly poisonous, but not deadly to felines. Bottom line, if your cat consumes any type of this flower, seek veterinary care right away. If you have a verifying query, submit a post, screenshot, or selfie video to my Facebook page, Megan Malaris News, or email or tweet me. Let me get your questions verified.
Wow, I did not know that, but it is on my vision board to get a pet this year, so I know not to have tulips around a cat if I get a cap or the lilies, so
I didn't know that either. You'd have to almost keep everything away from them until you figure out what's, because I would never have guessed that.
See, and that's why, so sometimes I regret not having a pet, but at the same time, in this scenario, I'm fine with it because I don't have to worry all the time about all the different things that dog can't get into. And I'm smooth sailing over here.
And I don't know many things about cats because I'm not much of a cat person. And if you're my friend and you have a cat, I probably haven't been to your house. But it's unfortunate to hear that, the felines are having this reaction to these flowers, because I know there's many people that love flowers and felines at the same time. So you gotta watch that mix.
You're talking real smart here because Maddie's off, the cat
Yes.
lover, right?
Yes.
I've never been to Maddie's house because she has a cat.
That's because she has a cat, you've never been there, or you haven't been invited?
Both.
Now the truth comes out.
It's fine. It's fine.
It is, I will have to tell you, I'm not much of a cat person either. I grew up with dogs. We never had a cat. But with me, it's because I had a neighbor who had a cat that you don't know when that thing was going to swat at you or not. So when I
Exactly,
was a
man.
kid, I was, so I'm more of a dog person.
Cats are mean, and I'm going to say it because Maddie isn't here. But yeah, I don't.
Unpredictable, man.
I'm a dog guy. I don't have one, but if
I don't have
did,
one.
I would
We're
get
going to
one.
work on that with you too.
They win my. They
The
won
Maybe I'll
my.
vision
get a
board.
cat.
Yeah, just so is it dog or cat for you?
I was leaning towards a dog, but you know, cats, they don't have as much maintenance.
True.
So I
It's
might get
true.
a cat. You know, we work crazy hours, so the cat might be my thing.
That's exactly right.
So at least I know not to have it around certain flowers.
Now you know.
Or me.
All right, we're coming back. Stay right there.
Oh, what's that shot?
That is
There you go.
over
Hand
here.
sanitizer.
Yeah, there we go.
Come on, Brad.
Hey, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie, they forever go together. I don't know what that sound is. Ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie, they forever go together like a classic combination. When a dark, delicious cookie meets an icy cold sensation, it's the one and only creamy chocolate Oreo. I am.
Let's just all be quiet. What's the topic today, Facebook people? What I want to know are weekend plans. Oh, there's Brad. What's he showing? What do you have, Brad? That's our director. Oh, the kitty cat. That's right, I forgot. Brad is a big cat lover. I can't read it. Who is that, Brad? Tell me, which one is that? Say it in my ear. Pebbles? Cute. All right, I can see how cats are cute. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a hater. I don't want to get a bunch of email.
You know what?
Kittens are extremely cute to me.
Sometimes you just have to be honest, Eric Chilton.
I am honest. I don't want one, but I think they're cute from a distance.
From a distance. Isn't there a song like that?
Brad's cat is especially sneaky.
Whose?
Brad's. Oh my goodness. It learns that from him though.
Brad used to love when I brought my dog that we used to have in, Arthur. He would hang out at the station quite a bit.
Really?
Yes, he was great. He passed away summer before last. He was a great dog.
You know who
Arthur,
has a
what
great
kind of
dog?
Who
Stacy
does?
Spivey has a great dog.
Oh, yes, I've seen her
Big
dog.
Wrigley. Wrigley's my guy, man.
Beautiful. Oh, Chad, what am Good afternoon and welcome to your 4 to 5. I'm Eric Chilton alongside Chad Silber and Lauren Coleman. Jalen Gilkey is over here. Hello, we're all here.
All here today. Make sure you head over to our Facebook page. We love to chat with you during the breaks.
So Maddie's off today, so they let me come back. I do appreciate it. Who likes me the least? I think it's probably Jalen.
I think we like each other the least.
Is that true?
It's a mutual thing.
You know, I would like to talk about your three-piece suit here, though.
Thank
I
you.
think it looks good.
I did this in honor of Chad Silber today. I didn't know you were going to be on the show, so
Well,
I'm kind of busted
I do
now,
appreciate it. And tell me the last time you wore that.
Oh, when I graduated college in 2017.
And so when he told me that, I said, and you still fit in it. That's great. I mean, that's a goal right there.
That is good.
Barely, but you called me out earlier because my jacket wasn't buttoned. It gets a little snug during the breaks, buddy.
If I had a jacket from when I graduated college, I could put it around my arm. That'd be about it. Can't do it. I was skinny as a rail.
Skinny like your son's.
That's
huh?
long gone. Yes, yes.
I think you all look nice today.
Thank you.
Oh,
Very
well,
so
sharp.
thank
sweet.
you.
The jumpsuit. We
Yeah,
see
the
you, man.
jumpsuit.
Thank you.
It's a good color, too.
All right, now that we've complimented everybody, let's get to the big stories today. First up, in your 4 to 5 roundup, prosecutors called a lung specialist to the stand in the murder trial of Derek Chauvin. They testified Chauvin's 2 knees on George Floyd's back and neck for more than 9 minutes made it impossible for Floyd to take in enough oxygen to sustain life. Chauvin's defense has tried repeatedly to say Floyd died from underlying health issues and illegal drug use. Forensic scientists testified yesterday that pill fragments found in Floyd's car contained meth and fentanyl. It's a big day in Augusta, Georgia, as the Masters kicks off. You've likely heard the controversy surrounding the golf tournament this year. Some activists are denouncing the tournament in the wake of Georgia's new voting law. It shrinks the window for sending in absentee ballots, limits the number of ballot drop boxes, gives more control of local elections to state lawmakers, and makes it a crime to give food or water to people waiting in line to vote. Now, because of it, Major League Baseball moved the All-Star game from Atlanta to Denver. President Biden is enacting new gun safety measures. He's ordering the Justice Department to draft red flag legislation that states can model to keep guns out of the hands of people with mental health issues. The department will also have 30 days to create new rules addressing what are called ghost guns, which are self-assembled weapons that don't have serial numbers. Biden also wants a 60-day review of stabilizing braces for pistols and how they're regulated. Despite a stellar March jobs report, jobless claims continue to tick higher. The Labor Department says another 744,000 people filed for unemployment benefits last week. That figure was more than economists had expected and a slight increase from the week prior.
We are learning more about Guilford County Schools' plan to send more students back to the classroom full-time. District leaders announced starting in 2 weeks, all students will attend school and class all 5 days a week. This includes middle and high school students currently learning on a hybrid schedule. Changes also include more relaxed social distancing rules. Students will also no longer need temperature checks before going to class and can sit 3 feet apart instead of 6. Right now, 47,000 pre-K through 12th grade students are in grade school. Students are learning in person.
Last month, the CDC revised social distancing guidelines for schools. They now say students can safely sit 3 feet apart instead of 6 as long as they wear masks. The CDC also said they should stay 6 feet apart at sporting events, assemblies, lunch, or choir practice. Teachers and other adults should continue to stay 6 feet apart from one another and from students.
So the question is, when will children be able to get a COVID-19 vaccine? Well, it depends on their age. The Pfizer vaccine already is cleared for use starting at age 16. Pfizer and Moderna both have completed enrollment for studies of children ages 12 and older and expect to release the data over the summer. Researchers started with older children because they tend to respond to vaccines most similarly to adults. Testing even younger groups is more complex, because they may require a different dose or have different responses.
Kernersville Fire Rescue wants to make sure your child's car seat is installed properly. They're welcoming people to stop by Station 42 on Highway 66 South anytime on Saturday. If you can't make it, there will be several more car seat Saturdays in the coming months.
And the city of Winston-Salem is also accepting bicycle helmet donations. As in partnership with Wake Forest Baptist Health, they can be new or gently used and in any size. Donations will be distributed to Winston-Salem schools and recreation and parks adult programs. Drop-off locations include Miller Park Recreation Center and Haynes Hosiery Recreation Center. The donation drive ends at the end of the month.
Did you know Greensboro has more than 90 miles of biking trails and greenways? To really show them off, WFMY News 2's Brian Bennett learned about a fun event at LeBauer Park come Saturday.
Tell me all about the bike repair clinic going down this Saturday.
Okay, so the bike repair clinic is the ABCs of bike repair and maintenance. Basically, we'll do the ABCs, the air, the brakes, and the change to make sure that everyone is safe during this biking season. It's just starting, so we wanted to make sure that everyone is ready and prepared.
Talk to me about the inspiration behind this clinic and just the project in general.
Well, part of our mission is to offer lifelong learning, and so this is a part of that. So we're basically going to take bicycling in Greensboro with the public library. We also partnered with the Parks and Rec, and so we're just going to offer this great clinic. We want everyone to come out. It's not only for adults, but it's also for children.
Antoine, I hear that you guys are giving away a free prize at the clinic. Tell me about that.
Well, not only a free prize, but we have helmets, free helmets to the children. And so they're very adjustable. So we have children helmets. We also have toddler helmets. So we have those that have been donated. We're also giving away a free bicycle
this clinic could potentially save lives, because you guys are like giving away free helmets, talking about bike safety and repairs. How does that make you feel?
It feels great. It feels really great because the library should always be everyone, the community's first choice as far as their resources, because we have so many free things that we offer and promote, and we do a lot of community organizing, and we could teach the community. So it's great to be able to reach out to the community and save lives in essence.
That's cool, and you get a helmet. I mean, I don't have a bike helmet. I also don't have a bike, so don't come at me saying that I don't have a bike helmet. But I've always wanted one. I've never had a bike here, but there are so many miles. I mean, unbelievable that there are 90 miles just in Greensboro of greenways and bike trails.
Yeah, and I'm glad they're doing an event like this because, it can be kind of expensive to repair a bike, and the weather is great time to get out. And, we've had a rough year, so the fact that they're offering this is great.
Right.
And this is the time to do it. I mean, like you said, the weather starts turning right about this time of the year. If you're going to get into that, you kind of start looking at things now. But I will warn you, and you guys probably know this, cycling is not an inexpensive sport, because those bikes, if you get a really good one, are very expensive and can be 4 figures,
My dad actually just recently purchased one of those real nice swanky bikes. But I think it's an important life skill that all kids have, to learn how to change a bike chain.
Yes.
I don't know if y'all remember, but I know when I was coming up, my bike used to pop off, my chain used to pop off all the time. And I had an older cousin that showed me how to do it and make sure I get it back on track and get it back moving. It's an essential skill to have.
I think that if I was forced to do it, or there was some monetary incentive where if you can figure this out, you will win. But I don't know. I don't think I could do it, Jalen.
All you gotta do is get it back on track, man. Once you get the pedal cranking, and we got all the gears lined up, it's kind of simple. You're just gonna get a little dirty.
In the cog and then just turn it.
There you go.
I have to do it for my kids all the time.
I mean, why do it when I can just have you guys do it?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
You can't pay me enough to do it.
You call me up. I will not be there.
Here we go. About the weather.
Let's take a look at our forecast and see what's happening out there. Temperatures are good, so we're cooling down a bit. We were in those lower 80s last couple of days, 81 to 83, kind of our range. And then when you look at the temperatures now, we're in the 70s, 79 to 78 roughly. That's kind of our range across central North Carolina. When you go to the coastal sections, it gets a little cooler there because sea breeze. But we do see some of the rain starting to move across the area, and it may be very scattered at this point. Be a little more tightly organized tomorrow and Saturday, but it's not a washout. I want you to kind of get into that summertime mentality when every day we see the chance of a late day pop-up shower or storm. We have that for a couple days coming up. 57 will be the low tonight, mostly cloudy, an isolated shower. Tomorrow, it's a good 40 to 50% chance we think for Friday, Saturday, but again, think of a PM pop-up shower or storm. It is possible when we're in the mid 70s and up. We can see those pop-up late day thunderstorms, so we'll watch for that. You can see some of the rain starting to move in from the southwest back up to the northeast. Keep an eye out for that tonight, but again, Friday, Saturday, our best chance in the afternoon. Sunday, it'll taper off. We're still in the mid 70s through Monday, Tuesday with sunshine Monday, partly cloudy Tuesday, and by Wednesday and Thursday, we're at 70 and 68. 68 sounds cool. That's actually where we're supposed to be. We've been warm for a while and will continue to be through the weekend.
It is 2 Wants to Know game show time again. Hey, okay, friends, I'm going to give you a few clues, okay? Friends here in the studio, in the Weather Garden, and on Facebook too. Okay, what is the one item that you use every single day for hours at a time? It is very close to you, but chances are you don't wash it very often.
Ooh. Nobody better say hands.
Ooh, you got a phone. That's a good guess. That's a good guess.
Like that's a good one. I can't think of anything else besides like my tie.
Okay, it is close to you.
Your shoes?
Your shoes. You wear them for hours at a time. The answer I'm looking for, friends, is pillow.
Ugh.
Ah, pillow.
Your pillow. Now is the gross out time. Get ready.
Pillows can harbor a lot of gross and icky things. Over time, a lot of gross stuff builds up in your pillow. We're talking about sweat.
Ew, ew, ew. I didn't even want to step into the ew, okay? But there are things that you can do to freshen up your pillows. So let's take a look. You want to start with fluffing your pillow every day just to get rid of the dust and restore its shape. Once a month, when there's no pollen outside, hang your pillows outside for a few hours. When you can't do that, run them through the dryer on the no heat cycle. A cover for your pillow is a really good idea. You want to wash that cover once a week along with your pillows and your sheets. That's right, you're to wash your pillows and your sheets Once a week, your pillowcases. All right, you can wash your pillow itself, but you got to make sure to check the tag for instructions. Consumer Reports says after washing, it's really important to get your pillows completely dry. Otherwise, you're going to end up with mildew inside your pillow. Yuck, which is where these things come in, right? Toss in 2 fresh tennis balls or dryer balls to keep the filling in your pillows from clumping around, and make sure you get everything all dry. And with that, I hope that you have sweet dreams and rest well, just like this sleeping beauty over here. You know, Chad, I cannot not use this picture when I'm talking about sleep.
You make me very angry, but also very happy. Look how pretty I am.
Ice cold and Oreo cookie, they forever go together. Okay.
Yo, Chad in the blonde wig. Love it.
Hi there.
Love it.
Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire,
my
New
day.
Jersey,
Oh,
New Mexico.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I thought we were doing a mic check.
Hey, Chad, I think I found somebody that dislikes you more than me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I have something very clever to say, but no. There he is. Is that Tim Buckley? Tim Buckley, do you hate me?
He can't hear.
I don't think he was on my list.
Look, he's watching the commercial. Somebody's brushing their teeth in the background. He's practicing good dental hygiene.
That's good. I got to turn the camera that faces my desk away because you just never know what you're doing at your desk, and you don't expect it to be.
Especially you, Chad.
Never know with Brad behind the controls.
Look at Brad. He's just pushing random buttons now. We don't even know.
Right.
What is that, Brad?
Could we get to Chad's desk and take a peek?
That is it.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
It's like he's hiding behind the little pillar, too. That's the worst part.
That pillow story grossed me out.
The pillow story, yeah.
Yeah, and I've got one of those cool pillows, you know, the kind that I don't know if that's different than, or can I wash that? I'll have to look at the tag.
You have to wash it.
Would you say that it's chill tones were in there?
Is it a chill ton pillow? It's horrible, horrible.
Ooh, that was bad.
What do we got coming up here?
Oh, we have my story about a craft beer walking tour in downtown Winston-Salem.
Hey.
9 breweries it's kind of an anytime thing. Visit WinstonSalem.com is doing it.
I would like to do that, but I don't want to mix it with the Segway tour. But I would love to do a Segway tour.
No.
Right.
Tanya
yes.
said, do not do that.
But I would love to do the Segway tour. Have you done it, Tanya?
I have done it, and I loved it. I thought it was great.
Did anybody fall off?
No, and my aunt, who is not very
Coordinated
had a good time. But there is a point that you do go up one of the hills.
Oh.
That's when you lean forward. Yeah. You know, if you're like me, you may love walking tours, just kind of a leisurely stroll with some fun along the way. And Winston-Salem has something along those lines for the beer lovers out there. This is interesting. I spoke with the fine folks at visitWinstonSalem.com to find out about the Craft Draft Crawl. Take a look. Well, Marquita, I love the idea of when you can go in just a short area, short geographical region, and maybe even do a walking tour. That kind of thing is super fun. And now you're talking about flights of beer. So what is this all about?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, Winston-Salem just is a great downtown scene anyway. And then you add the 9 breweries that we have, and we realize that they're all within a walking distance, about 1.5, maybe 2 mile radius. So we put them together in what we call our Craft Draft Crawl. You can literally visit 9 of our local craft breweries that are all owned and operated by some amazing folks who've selected Winston-Salem as their home to brew beer. It's just a great way to literally taste Winston-Salem and the spirit of downtown safely by being able to walk from one to the other to the other. So again, with 9 different breweries, you're going to have a really good selection of all different kinds of flavors and types and pours, and a lot of them have food, so a lot of them do beer pairings as well. So that's a fun way to experience downtown. And again, get a taste of Winston-Salem.
What I've found by doing these stories over the last year, especially with local hospitality and entertainment type things, is that they all have unique stories behind them. And I think part of this tour should be you talking to the people about the backstory of how this all started at that particular brewery.
Absolutely. And a lot of the brewmasters are actually on premise, and this is their chance to talk about why they do what they do, how they do what they do. What we get from visitors, the comment is that we love your history and we love that we can have this new experience in a new brewery. A lot of them are new, but we can have it in a very historic location. So, I mean, again, it is that Winston-Salem consummate story of the old and the new brought together and with beer. Hey, what a combo.
Can't beat that. Thank you so much for that information. I'm sure you guys will be packed in the next few months. Well, especially with the weather getting nicer, it's a perfect thing to do. And if you do it in the evening when it's nice and cool and just perfect. And as she said, it's like I think she said a 1.8 to 2 mile radius, so you're not walking that far and you're making stops along the way. It's good.
And you're burning off some of the calories that you're taking in, right?
You could run from one brewery to the next, see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm not a big beer person, but I like the idea of being able to walk different places. You said the weather is nice, and you can also do it with friends and family, so that's cool.
One thing that I've noticed about breweries lately, especially over the past couple of years, is that a lot of them are catering to people who don't drink beer regularly. Some will have wine, some will have mimosas, seltzers, that kind of stuff. So even if you're not a beer drinker, but you still like to drink and socialize, there are some options there.
That's good.
There you go, Jalen.
So I steal your fashion style and you steal my comment. That's what I was going to do. I was going to say, Chad, you can enjoy a nice beer and also at the same time burn some calories when you're walking. But I'm with you again as well. Not, Lauren, like you said, not a huge beer guy, but I'm always down for a nice mimosa. So give me a nice little flute, and I'll take me a nice little stroll down Winston-Salem. Real sophisticated like.
They might not be happy if you take the glass out of there, but you know.
That's true.
And it might be illegal.
But besides that, you're good to go.
Yeah, give me a plastic cup.
All right, we're coming right back. Stay. That music means we have to go. We'll see you in a minute. It's like the Oscars.
Talk to us on Facebook.
Hello, Facebook peoples. We've been, what? Where is, oh, he's gone. Where's Scortis go? We wanted to introduce you to our Director of Operations, but he ran away because he does not like to be on camera. I can go look for him though. Oh, here he comes. He's coming back. He's coming back. Shh, everybody, act normal. Don't do anything bad.
Did you see my tweet?
We wanted to talk with you because you're live on Facebook right now. So there you go. That's Jeff. Everyone say hello, Jeff. Make sure I tell you you're on camera and you're live.
I was up in the grid.
Oh, you were climbing?
I tweeted you, and you probably don't know it.
I do not. Let me take a look. We got 2 minutes. Hold on.
I was changing out a light bulb.
So sometimes we'll see Jeff. There's no way, Brad, to get that picture, but above the lights that you see in here from the wide shot, he'll be climbing up there, and you'll just see a person up above us into the atmosphere. Did you tweet me directly?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, here, wait. Let me see if I can show that on the. Is 2 not the 1, Brad? What do you want?
4, 3,
5. All right, here. Let's try this. That may not be able to be seen.
Yeah, that might be tough to get.
That's from up top, right, Jeff? Is that when you were up in the? Whoa! Look at that. You did get the shot.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were up there. See, you're sneaky. He's like.
What I tweeted.
He's a creeper.
I said, that's Eric from the lighting grid during the 4. He probably doesn't know I'm up here.
I did not know that. Busted. Now I know what you do in your spare time.
Yeah, I hang around up there and listen to you.
Just don't drop anything down on us. We'll be good to go. We already have the bird in the weather garden. What? Oh, never mind. All right, what's coming up, Chad? What's coming up next?
The 2 talkers.
So we're talking about, this is my favorite topic today, Prince's new album. Yes, it is a new album, unreleased.
And new bobbleheads for the Winston-Salem Dash.
Oh, yes, this is a good one. We won't spoil the surprise.
No, but it's not me, it's not Eric, and it's not Lauren.
That's right. Well, that's it then. We don't know who it could be. I will tell you.
Not even worth going.
Is it Jalen?
Just kidding. No, it's not.
Hey, the
Jalen.
Prince story. I am working on an interview with our good friend Shelby J, who's from Greensboro and is a friend of mine, and she used to sing backup to Prince. If you look up Prince's Super Bowl performance, she's in the background all the time singing with him, and she is a Check this out. Wake Forest Baptist Health's infectious disease expert, Dr. Christopher Uhl, has almost become a household name during the pandemic, although I just asked Chad to make sure I can pronounce his name correctly. We can count on him for updates on the virus and how the triad is responding. So, what better way to celebrate his work than with a bobblehead?
Oh, wow.
During their opening weekend, the Winston-Salem Dash will give away 1,000 Dr. Uhl bobbleheads. They will also get a flyer outlining the best ways to stay healthy during the pandemic. Opening weekend, by the way, is May 8th and 9th. Get in line.
I mean, I would say that is a career high right there to get a bobblehead. I just don't, I'd be nervous about like requesting my own because I'm afraid of
no one wanting it.
Well,
that's what I'd be afraid of.
I didn't even think of that.
A bunch of boxes
yes,
full of change.
but also I'm afraid of what attributes or what physical character. Like it's going to look like a caricature. Am I going to have huge ears and a huge nose?
Well, mine is that they'd order 1,000 and two people would take it. That would be
your wife and your child.
One of my kids, not all.
You can give me one, Eric. It's fine.
Thank you, Jalen.
I'll get you to sign it, everything.
I was gonna say that is a huge honor because if you go on like eBay, some bobbleheads they sell for like $400, $500.
Right,
so it could be a collector's item.
And let's be honest, who is more deserving than Dr. Christopher Uhl? I met him in person one time doing a story out there at Wake Forest Baptist Health. Great person, and what he's doing is we couldn't ask for a better person to be in that position leading us during this time.
Well said, Jalen. Moving on to the next talker here. This came as a shock to me today. We're getting a new Prince album 5 years after his death. Prince wrote and recorded his Welcome to America album before embarking on a new tour, but he didn't actually perform songs from it. He never said why, but many close to the performer say he was already on to the next project. The unreleased music will air on 60 Minutes this Sunday right here on WFMY.
I'm so excited because
that is cool.
I'm a huge fan. I saw the Purple Rain tour in Greensboro back in the day, and he's incredible performer. So hate that he's gone. I was always a big fan. I have all my vinyl from him, so I will get this.
It's pretty amazing that 5 years after his death, we're hearing new music. That doesn't happen with everybody.
Yeah. What's the process for that though? Like when people pass and then their music comes out, do you all know how that happens?
Well, his family owns the rights to everything. I think it's still Paisley Park Records, and so they would benefit from this. I think. Don't quote me on that.
Well, I know who will be tuned in and glued to the TV on Sunday. Our news director, Kim.
Yes.
She's the biggest Prince fan I've ever met. And still to this day, I say he has the best Super Bowl performance I've ever seen when he was down there performing Purple Rain in the rain in Miami.
Yeah, when he started playing it, it started raining.
That was it was, come on, man. It couldn't be.
That's just planned.
And was it real rain?
It was.
It was pouring.
You know, when he played the Greensboro Coliseum, he had a laser in his guitar, so he could shoot the laser up and when he did, up in the rafters, it started raining flowers. They had people up there throwing flowers. It was amazing.
What
Don't
year
find
was
that type of production
84
anymore.
I was 1, just kidding.
Yeah.
He was 2.
Be quiet. I'm not talking to you, Jay. We'll be right back. Go to break. Shut him up.
Shut it down.
The rate of new cases remains steady at about yeah, I can hear you, Cammie, 64,000 per day, with more cases being seen in children and teenagers.
Hey, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie, they forever go together. Yes, ma'am? Okay. Which one am I pushing? Okay.
Yes, I can hear Cammie. I have a bug. It's actually a wasp in the weather garden area. We may. It's not outside, it's inside, which makes it more fun.
And hi there, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Hampshire, New Mexico, Nevada. I think I forgot.
It's time for my 2 cents. There are so many things to love about spring. The flowers are in full bloom, the fresh breeze, a later sunset, but with the spring comes pollen. It's everywhere. My car is probably due for another trip to the car wash. Spring also means allergies. For me, it's the watery eyes and the occasional itchy throat. It's no fun, but luckily there are some simple ways to survive the allergy season. The Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America has some helpful insight. To reduce your exposure to pollen, avoid going outdoors during peak pollen times, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. and at dusk. Wear sunglasses and a hat when outside. While in the car, set your air conditioner to the recirculating air setting. To prevent bringing pollen into your home, the foundation says to keep your windows closed, remove your shoes before going inside your home, wash your bedding in hot soapy water once a week. There are so many other allergy fighting tricks and remedies out there, but know that you don't have to dread spring. There is so much to enjoy this time of year, and you don't want your allergies to hold you back. That's my 2 cents. That's your 4 to 5. WFMY News 2 at 5 starts now.
Appointments open, phone lines, they are really tied up, slots filled up. You wait. That was the vaccine process for most places until now.
And now appointments are available at right and left, and many places are offering shots to people who walk in without an appointment.
Yeah, did we even ever think that would be so very open? WFMY News 2's Marissa Tanzino checked with Piedmont counties and found one area seeing a dramatic drop in demand.
When Group 5 opened, many health leaders expected demand to go up. But in Randolph County, it's the exact opposite.
I am somewhat surprised, and I'm tremendously concerned.
Randolph County Health Director Susan Hayes throwing up a red flag. After everyone 16 and up in North Carolina became eligible to get vaccinated, not everyone is flocking to get an appointment right away.
It's of grave concern. We've got to get people vaccinated.
Hayes says as other counties like Forsyth and Yadkin have offered walk-ins for the vaccine, Randolph County has considered that idea, but is worried not enough people are coming in to offer it.
You think, well, when it's just a shot, why can't you just do it? Well, I can if I have 6 people. to take that whole dose, that whole vial, because once I open that vial, I have about 6 hours to use it.
If the entire vial isn't used in that time frame, it goes bad. Randolph County has been getting 1,170 first doses each week. Hayes says 2 weeks ago they used up all of those doses. Last week, that number was cut in half. And Hayes says this week the number of first doses they've given out doesn't even come close to last.
I don't know what else to do to get people to come in. It is extremely important.
Hayes says because they have so many first doses left over, she'll likely have to decline the shipment they get from the state next week. Ahead at 6, Forsyth County decided to start doing walk-ins and the list of places you can go if you want to get one yourself.
All right, so where does North Carolina stand in the vaccination process? The North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services says they've given more than 5 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. Now, they say that 31% of the state's population is now partially vaccinated. 21% is fully vaccinated, and people 65 and up in North Carolina, about 2/3 are fully vaccinated. The latest High Point University poll is backing up those same numbers. The poll says that 64% of North Carolinians plan to get a COVID vaccine or have already had one. 26% say they do not plan to get the shot, and 10% say they're still, well, not really sure.
I want to show you an interesting trend in one of our coronavirus metrics. This is the state's data for percent positive, or the percentage of tests coming back positive. The latest number is the best that we have seen in about a week, 5.1%. Notice how most of our last 7 weeks have bounced around, mostly staying between 4 and 7%. Now watch when I compare the state's data to Guilford County's. The county data is the orange here. You can see Guilford's numbers spike much higher than the state's. Several weeks ago, they tended to crisscross a bit here and over here, but since the beginning of March, they haven't crossed at all. The county's numbers have been consistently higher than the state's. It's not clear why this is happening, but I'm keeping my eye on it.
The CDC says a more infectious COVID variant first identified in the UK is now the most common strain here in the United States. Health officials say this new variant is easier to spread. The rate of new cases remains steady at about 64,000 per day, with more cases being seen in children and teenagers. Some states are reporting more cases among Americans 12 to 19 years old. But some states are letting things get back to normal. As of today, Georgia lifted all COVID restrictions. Disney World took smaller steps, letting guests remove their masks for outdoor photos. From Disney to fun right here in the Triad, the North Carolina Folk Festival confirms it's planning an in-person festival later this year. They say they'll follow the state's COVID guidelines, but are moving forward with plans for a festival September 10th through the 12th.
As more people, including teenagers, get vaccinated, the Triad's largest school district is bringing more students back in person. In just 11 days, the district says middle and high schoolers will attend class in person 5 days a week. Now, this change, of course, comes after the district told parents in person was returning was very unlikely this year.
What is a greater concern is trying to change transportation plans. It takes us about 2 months to establish routing.
Yeah, so we heard that. So what's really changed? All right, let's take a look here. What has changed? GCS said new CDC guidelines allows them to bring more students back. Some parents welcome the news, while others, not so much.
That's a good thing for the parents, because now we're knowing that not only we're pushing that education at home, it's giving them that extra help, that extra support if they have questions.
Like, I think you should just start fresh the next semester and just kind of keep things the way they are now. It just seems more logical.
It doesn't matter whether it's late, because that student, it could have been struggling remotely, and then that in person makes a big difference. I have seen it within these last couple of weeks.
The change to in-person learning starts April the 19th. It affects middle and high school students on the 2-day in-person and 3-day remote learning hybrid schedule. Now, while masks and social distancing still remain, temperature checks and health screenings, they will end. Secondary school students in a virtual school or home schools will stay on that plan through the end of the year. School leaders want parents to keep an eye out for COVID-19 symptoms and keep children at home if they are sick or exposed to a person who tested positive for the coronavirus.
We are learning new information in a mass shooting that's rocked a South Carolina community. York County Sheriff says a former NFL player shot and killed 5 people before shooting and killing himself. Officials say the victims were a 70-year-old doctor, his 69-year-old wife, their 9- and 5-year-old grandchildren, and a 38-year-old man who worked on the property. Emergency crews took a 6th person to the hospital with serious injuries. The sheriff says evidence at the scene led them to Philip Adams' parents' home. That's where they found him, tried to talk him out of the house, but found him dead in a bedroom. Coming up in 7 minutes, hear from Adams' father and why he blames the NFL for changes in his son.
Well, today, President Joe Biden is taking action on his own to curb gun violence. It comes after a few weeks of several high-profile mass shootings in Georgia, Colorado, and yesterday's South Carolina shooting.
They've offered plenty of thoughts and prayers, members of Congress, but they've passed not a single new federal law to reduce gun violence.
So the president laid out a series of executive actions, and they include orders for the Justice Department to draft red flag legislation that states can model to keep guns out of the hands of people facing mental health issues. The Justice Department will also have 30 days to create new rules addressing ghost guns. Those are those self-assembled weapons that don't require a serial number. And President Biden wants a 60-day review of how stabilizing braces for pistols are regulated. Biden also called on Congress to act, starting with 2 backgrounding check bills that the House has already passed. Well, many of you are sounding off about the orders on the WFMY News 2 Facebook page. Susan said it is a human violence. A gun is only one of the tools used to perpetuate it. Teresa said, tell us what legislation will prevent murder. Isn't murder already illegal? Is he going to take cars away when there's a pileup on the freeway too? Are butter knives next? Steve Green added, time to put the NRA out of business for good. You, of course, can share your thoughts on the WFMY News 2 Facebook page.
Today, the president announced a series of gun control measures. The proposals, he says, are consistent with the Constitution. Some Triad gun store employees I spoke to disagree, saying this is an infringement on their Second Amendment rights. We'll hear from some state lawmakers, too, coming up at 6.
Prosecutors called a lung specialist to the stand in the Derek Chauvin murder trial. He testified Chauvin's knees on George Floyd's back and neck made it impossible for Floyd to take in enough oxygen to sustain life.
A healthy person subjected to what Mr. Floyd was subjected to would have died.
Dr. Martin Tobin broke down the last minutes of George Floyd's life using photos, diagrams, and a computer rendering. He testified Chauvin's knees and, at the time, full weight were on Floyd's body. He said that closed a portion of Floyd's airway and crushed his lungs, making it impossible for Floyd to get enough oxygen and causing brain damage within 5 minutes. Tobin also said video proves Floyd was breathing normally before he died. He said fentanyl would have slowed Floyd's breathing rate down significantly. Chauvin's defense claimed Floyd died from underlying health issues and illegal drug use.
It's like clockwork, right? You pay your Duke Energy power bill on the same day every month, but this month, when your bill is drafted out of your account may change, and even your account number are changing.
We're in the process of transitioning our customer information system to a new platform. We did transition the systems over the weekend, so this is the first days of the new system.
So Duke Energy has been sending out emails like this one, as well as letters in the mail alerting and reminding customers that the date that money comes out of their account to pay their bill is likely going to change. Folks are starting to get the new bills in the mail. Duke Energy sent me this sample to show you that there's, that new draft date that's going to be the very same as your due date now. There's going to be a new account number, and that's really cool. The graph that's there, that is a snapshot of your usage history from last year to this year. Now, while this transition is taking place, folks are seeing other things on their bill. Let me explain. One of our viewers says they are issuing a $200 credit to accounts and changing account numbers. However, Duke Energy representatives are saying it's not a credit. Can we get some answers?
If they had a deposit with us, for example, is they've seen on their bill temporarily what looks like a payment refund, like we're giving them money back. But what in fact we're doing is moving the money from their old account to their new account.
All right, so folks with payment arrangements with Duke may also see that they have a zero balance. Again, this is just the transition taking place. They, in fact, do owe a balance. Transitions can be really confusing, so Duke Energy is suspending non-pay disconnections and late fees all the way through June to make sure that customers are not negatively impacted.
Still ahead on WFMY News 2 at 5, the father of the man accused of killing 5 people in South Carolina speaks out why he says his son's football playing days played a role in the tragedy. That story when we return.
And the weather right now, very comfortable across the Triad area, generally in the upper 70s to low 80s. Not all that much humidity. However, for the first time in a week, I have something to show you on the radar, tracking some scattered showers back toward the Charlotte area. They are headed in our general direction. Coming up, we'll be talking about what we could see tonight, but also what lies ahead for the next couple of days. I think our thunderstorm chances are going up, especially for Friday and Saturday. Your forecast in a few minutes.
Authorities in South Carolina are trying to figure out what led a former NFL player, Philip Adams, to allegedly kill a prominent doctor and 4 others in South Carolina yesterday.
This morning, our partners at our sister station, WCNC, caught up with Adams' father. Here's what he had to say.
Well, I can say that he's a good kid. He was a good kid, and I think the football messed him up. I don't think he ever did anybody any harm.
A 7th-round draft pick in 2010, Adams played for a number of teams in his 5-year NFL career, but it ended after he suffered a severe ankle injury and concussions. His father couldn't explain what happened, but says he's sorry for the victims.
Well, all I can tell you, we pray for the family that, and I used to be my doctor a long time ago. And I know they were good folks down there. I don't know what happened, and we're going to keep them in our prayers.
Dr. Robert Leslie was well known in Rock Hill and wrote books about work in the ER. He worked at Piedmont Medical Center for more than 15 years. Today, flowers sat outside the office with a door sign posted saying that the office was closed.
When you're a physician and you have served hundreds, if not thousands, of different people with the kind of personality and expertise that we're talking about, you just don't replace that overnight. I mean, this was a fella who would want to know as much about you personally as he would about the ailment that you had.
Wow. York County Sheriff says Leslie was his doctor when he was growing up, so the community ties, they run deep.
Yeah, officials are still investigating a motive for the shooting. The NFL has not responded to Adam's father's claims.
All right, this afternoon marking the 4th 80-degree day of the year so far. And of course, we've done this the last couple of afternoons as well. Not quite as warm as yesterday, but still topping out in the low 80s in many locations. Check mark on the board for our Hold Me To It forecast today. We have a 4-day accuracy streak, predicted a high of 79 for this afternoon. Going with the same for tomorrow. I think we'll be right around the 80-degree mark. But here's the change. We're going to start to be in that summer mode where we have to watch the radar. Scattered storms in the next couple of days. Coming up, I'll have the Futurecast for your weekend and let you know where those storms might be popping up.